is Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. Listen, we are live on 99.5 in Accra, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, and 99.7 in Tamale. Asaase Radio, we are nationwide. I would like to say big respect to Equia Kunedu. She said, Mr. C, more fire. Stephen Owusu all the way from the UK says, up, Mr. C. Yeah, man. Everything is everything and everything is all right. Now,
yes,
Mr. C, talk to me. The other day, I was doing a bit of research and I was talking to people and all that kind of thing. Before, someone was telling me that, Lagazee, but you know, say, Mr. C, he be the chicken chaucer of those days. And I'm like, and I'm like, are you serious? Listen,
well,
me and this person argued. We argued and argued and argued and argued. But I would like you to take it from the basics for us. You know, Mr. C, how did you step into the music scene from the beginning? Where were you born? What kind of parents were you born to? Were they Christians? Were they African traditionalists? How did you grow up? Did you grow up in Christianity, you know, and all that? Tell us about yourself, Mr. C.
Thank you for the platform, DJ Lagazee. Big up to Asaase Radio for the good work you're doing for Ghana. And we need more like you to just set up platforms like this for Ghanaians to actually hear their own and know that Ghana is moving forward in terms of creativity and in terms of talent. And that's in terms of voice. And DJ Lagazee, big up yourself for the work you've been doing. Well, when we talk about Mr. C, it started way back from, fine, I was born in 1982. I was born in Germany and brought to Ghana at a very tender age by my parents. My dad wasn't really around much, but he was traveling a lot and he does come around. And growing up on a Saturday morning out here, my daddy playing some tunes. Like, I didn't know at the time it was Bob Marley songs he was playing. I didn't know he was playing Peter Tosh. I didn't know he was playing all these songs, but I knew these songs because that's what my father would play on a Saturday morning. And he had this sound system, you know, because he was living abroad most of his time. He had very good equipment for sound, and I would vibe into it. I didn't know what it was at the time. I was very young. So growing up, I loved music because I could hear my dad playing all these good songs, all these good reggae songs, all this blues and this jazz and all this kind of music. And yeah, I kind of like got hooked onto music. I loved it. I went to school. Some part of my schooling happened in Accra. Some part of my schooling happened in Kumasi. Somewhere along the line in Kumasi, I joined the choir, and I got trained by a very good music teacher who gave me the foundations of music, taught me real music, you know, how to sing, to be in a choir. And that gave me the foundation with music, I should say. But then along the line, you know, it was part of me, it became part of me. I thought it was normal. It was nothing for me, really, because I could do that. I went to school. My father, instead of taking me to the SS, like everybody did, my father took me to an architectural school. So I was sort of made to study architecture and building construction and stuff like that. And so I'm a very technical person. I went to the ATTCs and, you know, all these technical institutions, MBTI that you know about. And whilst I was in school, I completed, and I was like, I don't think this is what I really want to do, because I was really good. No joke. I was the best in my school. I was teaching most of my mates, but I felt like I had a different purpose. I felt I had a higher purpose. The self within me was telling me I could hear myself, I could feel I had more to offer than just that. So I started going to the studio. And when I went to the studio, the first studios I started going to was Case Frequency at the time, which was then KK Dia, there was Gabi Ajete, there was Fafa Blagoji. I don't know if you know these names, but those who have been in that studio.
Yeah, I know all these names.
Yeah. Like as you said?
Yes, I know all these names.
Yeah. So these are very powerful people in the industry. They produced KTK and other names, other music, other, great artists. They did stuff for Lord Kenya. They did stuff for a lot of artists that you could think of. Very great artists. Danny Nate, Soul. So was it Soul Black? There were, at the time, there were really music gurus around,
Yeah.
So I saw very good musicians come through Case Frequency, and going through Case Frequency, I started to learn a lot from the engineers. They sort of liked me. So I was young, and they were like, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? So, yeah, I kind of picked one or two from them. But then there was this man who was working at Case Frequency named Mr. James. I always remember his name, Mr. James. He's a very good man. He guided me. He took me in. He had his own personal studio aside Case Frequency. He left Case Frequency. He took me in. I was kind of sort of staying with him. And he taught me sound engineering. He trained me into how to produce, how to be a producer, how to hear. He trained my ear how to actually hear when an artist is saying something, how to be able to depict that into sound, how to make that materialize into being of frequencies and, melodies and rhythm and all that coming in together to be a sound. He trained me. I had quite a good time with him. So, yeah. Then I had come up with the name Chicken Chosa because my name is actually Chosa. That was the first name my father gave me. I was Chosa Owusu, and I'm still Owusu, but I felt not so connected to the name Chosa.
Why?
But then I felt like Chosa was way too English for me. Yeah, because I know Brofuna de can't unya, but so the end say if we feel wrong. Brofuna de Casabia, a brony de Baha may be share be so on your battle.
But yes,
that's what I fear, yeah. So be here. If you're not Brofuna door swaman, to meet me the above from a manatias here. Sir, Brown not to on just a bro for 7 doors or now be visa, maybe be Chrome gas and a defense or for kind United.
Definitely.
Internet said the TN and the say, me who know me who say, me beneath the trust him will be beating. Oh, many will be to say, Ochrema Santi is saying. Ochrema Santi taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Ochrema Santi opened my mind to, he's a Pan-African, so he opened my mind to see my true self. It's like, you can have a name that really resonates you, as a black person. I'm like, yeah. Because Chicken Chosa, I picked Chicken Chosa from a book I read called The Roots. And in the Roots, the book that has Kinta Kunte in it, right? Yeah. So in The Roots, there's a character called Chicken George, one of Kinta Kunte's or great-grandchildren or something. Chicken George was the son of Kinta Kunte's daughter. So I like Chicken George's character because he was somebody who never gave up. Yeah. And he was somebody who never stopped at nothing. He kept moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. So that's where I was like, I like this character. So he inspired me. I picked the name Chicken from him and I added it to the name Chosa. And then suddenly the name made sense. So I kind of gave the name a purpose. Just Chosa alone as a stand-alone didn't really work for me. So I was like Chicken Chosa. And I was like, yeah, that works for me because I like that character, Chicken George, somebody who doesn't stop in life. He keeps moving. He keeps doing something new. He was a revolutionarist, he was a strong-willed person, somebody who saw possibilities where there were no possibilities. Yeah, so that's how Chicken Chosa came up. And then I was using it all over the place.
Okay.
And everybody heard Chicken Chosa and were wondering why Chicken Chosa, why an artist will call himself Chicken Chosa. But that's the cadence underneath Chicken Chosa.
All right. So around that time, using the name Chicken Chosa, who were some of the artists you worked with?
Well, when I was using the name Chicken Chosa, I did work with artists like Tutti. If you know Tutti, he sang a song with VIP called Sisi Nadiewo.
Mm-hmm.
It was this very smooth voice guy who was singing this song. That guy who sang that soft part, his name was Tutti.
Mm-hmm.
So Tutti, I was in a group with called Ndadua.
Mm-hmm.
So Ndadua was a group that we had. Well, that was the first group I was in. It was me, Tutti, and Lord Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
These three, as a trio, were in this group. And, we did our stuff. We tried, but the group didn't really go as we planned. But then it disbanded. And after the group disbanding, I dived onto a solo journey, And then I happened to work with OD4, today called Marvelous.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with Krasini Samuel. As Chicken Chosa, then I'd become a producer already. I was producing artists on the line, wow. Underground people. I worked with Reggae. I worked with Aku Nana. I worked with the laboratory of Hiwale Sounds. I produced the Ghana band, Ghana Police Band. I did a lot of productions underground, and I was the first person to actually dub a movie from a foreign language into Twi.
Oh wow!
There was a lot of foreign movies dubbed into Twi.
Yeah.
I started that. I was the first producer to do that. I started that with one man called Anom. He's also an artist. He's living in America now. So together we produced that. We're like, we can do this. We can make this happen. It's not really there. Can you imagine we can transpose foreign movies into Twi? So we took a movie that was starred by Snoop Dogg and some American thugs, and we transposed it into Twi. And if you watch it, you'll be like, whoa. It was really fun. From there, we saw other people trying that out. And I was really proud that, people could see the possibility of that. And that was good. I worked with, Fim, the rapper man. You've seen Fim, if you've heard of him.
Yeah.
I've worked with Sconti. I've worked with Trickmatic. I've worked with Kwekuti, D Black. I've worked with a lot of artists.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've worked with, later in life, that's when I was Chicken Chosa. The other artists I've worked with. So in the days of Chicken Chosa, these are the artists that I went through me or sort of.
Okay, so I would like to find out, how was the transition from Chicken Chosa into Mistacii? In which year was that?
Good one. That's a good one. So this is what it was. I sort of gone into the roots,
Mm-hmm.
I was going into the roots. I started loving reggae more. I was like, because I had reggae in me since I was a kid. Like I said, my daddy used to play reggae a lot. So reggae was like a normal thing for me. I didn't think about it like it was something special at the time until I became aware of myself. The more I found myself and discovered myself, the more I saw the rhythm to be more special. The more I respected it and the more I dived into it. Now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. When I joined a group called Rebel Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
It was run by, may his soul rest in peace, Buddha Man.
Oh, okay.
Buddha Man. He was running Rebel Entertainment with one artist named Daddy Links. And I joined the group and we were producing a lot of artists then. We had a lot of artists that were producing at the time. And
Easy.
At the time, we're producing all these artists, and what happened was, I'm a very, very, very serious person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say it in a certain way. That's why I'm kind of like forcing. I don't want to sound weird.
Yeah.
But I'm a very serious person.
Okay.
Even though I'm down to earth, I like to play. But when it comes to work, I don't really joke around.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, most of the artists I've worked with, they realize that side of me. They realize that, okay, this man is a very serious man.
Mm-hmm.
This man is a very serious man. Okay, he's a very serious man. Yo. So they started calling me Mr. Serious.
Oh, okay.
So, like, yeah, Mr. Serious is coming, be careful.
Uh-huh.
So like, when you're doing a song and I get into the studio, you got to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a song could be your last voice that you ever voice upon the face of this earth. So I see a song as, it's like you need to live your last on that song.
Mm-hmm.
So every song I sing, I see it like, every song I produce, I see it like it's a big deal. It's history being made, and it needs to be made right. So that's who I am as a person. You can call it sort of somebody wanting perfection, but when it comes to music, it needs to be perfect in a certain way for even people to vibe with it. There's a lot of factors to take into consideration when you're doing music.
Okay.
Most artists just go to the studio and they just go to the studio. I respect that. But for me, maybe due to my experience and the places I've been through, I've really been groomed in life. I've gone through a lot of process in life. So I see a lot. I see all dimensions when I'm doing a song, Yeah. So, yeah. So Mr. Serious became Mr. C, Mr. C, Mr. C. And Mr. C actually means Mr. Serious. That's what it is. There we are.
Wow. Mr. Serious.
Yes, King Lagazee.
You don't mean it. So, in which year was this?
This happened around 2015. Yeah, from 2014 to 2015 was when this happened.
So, immediately, Chicken Chaucer diminished and Mr. Serious took over.
Right. Chicken Chaucer had diminished because for like 5 years prior to that time, Chicken Chaucer wasn't active in the system.
Okay, but
Chicken
was
Chaucer
producing.
had not been active. I had not been active in the Ghana scene for a while. So then it kind of like died off quietly. And then Mr. C just sparked up when I started. When I started working with Rebel Entertainment, Mr. C just started popping up like that. And yeah, that's how it started. And then, I decided to just do this and create a whole new world around who I am and recreate myself.
Okay.
And rebirth myself. So Mr. C is like a rebirth.
Okay.
Because if it wasn't for Chicken Chaucer, Mr. C wouldn't be Mr. C today.
Of course. But
Chicken Chaucer.
There is one thing also that I would like to know. So in 2015 thereabout, when Mr. C sprang up working with Rebel Entertainment, may he so rest in perfect peace, the great Buddha man, the emperor, the dancehall emperor. May he so rest in perfect peace. Now, I would like to know from you, where did Maiden Voyage step in?
Okay, so Maiden Voyage stepped in late 2016.
Okay.
To 2017 thereabouts. Let's say it's 2017. Maiden Voyage had started because at the time Rebel Entertainment had a bit disbanded. I won't say disbanded, but like dissolved.
Okay.
So most of its artists had splitted all over the place, but Rebel Entertainment as a company still did exist. But every artist on the bill, I don't know, due to some reasons, everybody kind of like went their own way. I happened to Rabbi Uhuru. There's an artist named Rabbi Uhuru. Rabbi Uhuru is part of Maiden Voyage. Now, Rabbi Uhuru, I met him at Rebel Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rabbi Uhuru, it was there I met him, but after the whole thing dissolved, him and I met and we were like, hey, why don't we start something? Why don't we do something new? Something that doesn't really exist. something different, something more conscious, but commercial. So yeah, we came up with this conscious commercial idea, and then we were like, okay, why don't we create a group? Because we had Alicinos, who was visiting Ghana most of the times, and Rabbi Uhuru, who was also there at the time, and I myself, Mr. C. So the three of us were like, okay, Mr. C, I can produce, I can run administration, I can do a lot. Why don't we come together to set up a company? I was like, I don't really know about that. For the beginning, I was like, I wasn't really sure about that. Why don't we rather create a group? I'm like, yeah, a group would be cool. Why don't we produce something and see what we can work with? Why don't you start doing something? So we started doing something. And then, yeah, we came up with the name Maiden Voyage, because then it was a new voyage of its kind, you know? And we decided, okay, this is going to be like a maiden voyage, something new, something nobody has embarked upon before. This is quite a journey. So yeah, let's do this. Alicinos she's from Wales. She comes from Great Britain. She's not African. She's white. Okay. Should I say? Rabbi Uhuru is Nigerian, and I am Ghanaian.
Okay.
So that's where the combination becomes very special.
Wow.
Yeah. So all these bloods coming together to form this bond as one entity made it a maiden voyage of its kind. So then that's where the name sprang up. And then we created songs. I have a whole catalog of an album that I did for Maiden Voyage. I produced all that, called The Key of Life. The album was named The Key of Life. And Lagazee, if you listen to the album, I bet you won't believe I probably produced that. Because, you know, that is the kind of album that can win a Grammy.
Of course.
You know?
Because I just played Don't Ask Me Why. And no, since I started playing it, it was, you know, people were asking me a whole lot of questions. Are these Ghanaians? Are these, you know, you understand me?
Yeah.
Myself, if not you telling me the story behind Maiden Voyage, now I didn't know that Alicinos, you know, came from Wales. Rabbi Uhuru is a Nigerian, and you are Ghanaian, and you guys came together as one to do this. Because people were perceiving whether you guys were Jamaicans and all that. You understand me? You know? So it was a great thing, you understand me? The album is special, you understand me? And I heard Fifi Sila playing Don't Ask Me Why. The first time I heard it, you know, I'm like, which artist is this? And then he was like, Maiden Voyage. I said, who is Maiden Voyage? And then he was like, oh, Mr. C. Rabbi Uhuru and Alicinos. I say, all right, give me the song. I had to chase Fifi up and down before he gave me the song.
Easy.
Oh my God.
You know, but it's the fun of it because we love it. You understand me?
Yeah.
When, as a selector, if you hear music that you love it, you go for it. And that is me. You understand me? Yeah, man. So we give thanks. So now, Mr. C, you find yourself all the way in Sweden now. What happened to Maiden Voyage?
Actually, the album Maiden Voyage, The Key of Life, Maiden Voyage is called The Key of Life. Is still, we're still working on it.
Okay.
What happened to Maiden Voyage was nothing happened to Maiden Voyage. All these entities that came together to do one thing were actually separate entities that came together to form this force Maiden Voyage. So we decided to make history, but we are all separate artists, even though we are a group. But we're not the kind of group that is stuck together as, you know, like the Bee Gees. One can't go alone.
Yeah.
You know? You can go. Yeah, I mean, Mr. C is Mr. C, Rabbi Uhuru, and Alicinos was Alicinos. May her soul rest in peace. So Alicinos passed away.
Oh.
And yeah. So, but we're still going to release the album, and her family is going to get all the revenues that comes with it.
Oh.
And yeah, her voice is not going to die.
Wow.
Her voice is still going to live on. because she was a great soul and a great member of the Maiden Voyage group. And the Maiden Voyage group, we shall still perform in honor of what we have done together and the team force that we had together, the creativity that we put together on that album, and the message in that album to go to the world, for the world to get it, for it to do the job it's supposed to do. Because the Maiden Voyage album, Key of Life, is actually a key of life.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, it's all on course. We're going to release the Key of Life next year. Rabbi Abu and I are still in contact. He's in Nigeria as we speak. He's doing other things in Nigeria, you know. And yeah, it's everything is okay with Maiden Voyage. It's just that we lost our sister, but I know she lives on because energy never dies.
Definitely,
we don't really die. We only transit into our true self, you know. So she's in another dimension with her true self, and she's just either going to rest and be born again.
Definitely. All right. Easy. A minute going into the R2 here on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land on the show Yaad Settingz with myself, Easy. King Lagazee, having one-on-one with my brethren. You know, the royal son of the royal son of Ghana, who now based in Sweden. Easy. He now works hand in hand with, Kemet Records. You understand me? In Sweden. He's an artist and a producer, and he's doing wonderful works out there. You understand me? Inside Obi Manso. You understand me? But, what Asaase Radio and Yaad Settingz, what we are doing is that all our artists in the diaspora or in foreign, we want to always, bring them, to the people, so that people will know that, all right, Mr. C is not in Ghana, he's in Sweden now, but he's easy to reach. You understand me? You can reach him. If you have any works, you can talk to him. Everything is digital now. By digital means you can send him all your stamps and all that kind of thing, and he can do a beautiful work for you. You understand me? In terms of payment to the Charlie, mobile money ain't easy. You understand me? You can pay him anywhere you are. You understand me? So don't worry about that. You understand me? Yeah, man. So, Mr. C.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about you. As in, you being in Sweden now. How is the vibe like in terms of the music? What are you doing? You just released a brand new single, Possibilities. You understand me? What is happening to the artist, Mr. C, and also Kemet Records? What is the relationship? How is the work going on as an artist and a producer at the same time?
Yeah, so basically Kemet Records is a record company, as we all know. And I work with Kemet Records, and I produce artists. Some are Swedish artists. Some are foreign artists living in Sweden. And I have UK artists, like Jamaican artists living in UK, coming to Sweden to work with me in Kemet Records or at Kemet Records. Kemet Records have a lot going on. They have their hands in, a lot of things. And basically, I am, as Mr. C, I'm working under the auspices of Kemet Records as an artist and as a producer. And my music is actually going worldwide as we speak. So on the 22nd of this month, Possibility is going to be on all online shops, on all digital platforms, on all digital online shops. People can get them to buy. There's this other song that is also being marketed at this time called Reggae, which I featured Black Messiah. Mm-hmm. Possibilities is going to do his job. Reggae is going to do this job. I have other songs lined up also to come and do their jobs. So I feel like all over these years, Mr. C, my songs have never really been out there for people to access them. So that's why people haven't really heard much about what I do and what I've been doing. And I've been in the dark, mostly working secretly from my lab. But now I'm going to be out there in the limelight for people to get access to my materials. So it's all about working with Hermit Record is all about putting my materials out there for humanity to have access, or my fans to have access to it, so they can buy Mistacii records on any shop they want worldwide. Yeah. So, and at the end of the day, we need to remember that it's Ghana to the map.
Yeah.
Representing Ghana in a positive way. I want the world to see us in a good light. I want them to understand that we are who we are, that we are gods and we are powerful, we are mighty. We as Ghanaians, we are honorable. And we need to know that and respect that. We need to respect our own and love our own. And I want to urge Ghanaians to respect their own and to love their own. No matter what it is, always cherish your own, because your own is your own, you know? The guys who say, oh no, you know.
Oh no, you know. Nakai, Nakai.
That comes to say, wow,
Definitely.
Yeah, so it belongs to you. Everything that belongs to you belongs to you. It does not belong to anybody else. And nobody's going to come here to cherish what belongs to you. I've been in Ghana for many years, and I just came to Sweden just a few years back, you know, but the things I'm doing now, I won't say it's because I'm in Sweden that I'm doing the things I'm doing. I've been doing what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I'm still doing what I'm doing. This is what I do. For many years, this is what I do, you know. So I just want Ghanaians to stand up. Ghana, stand and rise, you know. Ye are gods, na yatro Bible. Montias Yanamu no say and something. For ye are gods, na Zamumu Yami, and Yamikasia. So you're Ghana Nibia and Nitras or two was now who say, or your brimpon, when you'll be a get sanity.
All right. So Mr. C, I've seen you holding the, you know, the guitar.
6 strings.
Yeah, the 6 strings, you know? Yeah, Mencia. Me pacho boyem brebre. Brebre na me de pa. It just and to bit my string kakra ma, you know. Answer the jaw kra no.
Okay, my bono a rendition. I'm born the same way at Tiano, but still moving up now. I hope say okay.
Okay, pan.
Okay. San area city. Zawanya botra. Obaje wani so. Waboso wa botra. Debra nako. Wa so shone huwa ma wa baso. Enya sam nipa. Nipa na pane wasa. As was so no water, tea, if a big one for a young. I sent to so nada ni asam. Obia phobia confirm, yea, Obia phobia confirm. Nabana sang cry, Yanya putre. I sent comedy, nada in some baby, instant baby. Baby, what don't so go back one a careful? Tabotrama won't nanny quadro. Nimrika 2 minutes a pro. Super na monsieur. Catra, me a day on. Super na monsieur. Catra, na ya day on. Bravo. Sanya Conwa, bravo. Saying nato, bravo. Sanya Conwa, bravo. That's
yeah, bre. Yeah, so Candyman Lucas. Candyman Lucas says, I think I remember Chicken during his hip life days. Possible for him to remind us of some of his songs in a hip life days?
Yeah, it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I did a song with what's his name? OD4. Called Slim My Girl. If you remember, he was like, Oba Koko Slim My Girl. Oba Tutum Slim My Girl. Oh, yo, tintin, tia, tia, shake it that thing, no, whiny, whiny, whiny. Oba Koko Slim My Girl. Oba Tutum Slim My Girl. Oh, yo, tintin, tia, tia, kaona bra. Me say, so, why? Whoa, if I be kumana, me fa, mani mana, mechi. And I me fa. Chicken tossa, obolo tintin, tia, tia, na me yada. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, you and me. Do something I would like to see. Maybe a sama mechia. Pushing my super mechikra minty. Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was Chicken Tossa. It was quite a wild one. Yeah. So that was Slim My Girl with OD4. And that was the verse I did in that. And we have Okrasini Samuel. He did this song called Miss Your Body Now Titin saying Debbie now baby. I know what nothing. I thought them pain. Oh, but I call him. I always say when you're whatever I say, who you free? Debbie, only move best on you. And then I sang this part in it. Zibote Oto Boba by Sababawa. Hey, me Brunica was simple for Canena Mene whenever na Accra. Menya would ya me fan for him a crop. Say, won't chicken Makoma pro. Metea, near see what to fufro. I love you, say and throw.
Easy.
We yoke up here, no in America too. Say what your dear media, Mesro. Oh, Mamma Tamfu and Yami, yeah, bomb to two. Many as your time is so bad of Fusu. Zibote, Zibote. Yeah, Unia.
All right, so Candyman Lucas says, yeah, I love that tune. I played it over and over again. Yes.
Yeah.
He had
Yes.
he said yes, he had the vibe. He's a great guy. Now, Kwame Ampoma Eduaje on our Facebook said good musician Kim. Please ask him if the track Bebre is on YouTube.
The track Bebre is not yet on YouTube. The track Bebre, we are working on the video. It's going to be on YouTube pretty soon. In a month's time or a bit later than that. Why? Because the artist Black Messiah that I did a song with is in Ghana at the moment, and he's working on his part for the video section, and I'm working on my part here. He'll be coming to UK pretty soon. I think he's coming to Europe. I don't know exactly when, but we have planned together to meet to do a joint stuff together, you know. So Bebre is like a whole project, and yeah, it's not on YouTube, but it's gonna come on YouTube pretty soon.
Okay.
And it's going to be on all media platforms. But I can tell you that by 18th of August, it's on all digital platforms. You can find it everywhere to buy.
On the 18th of August.
By the 18th of August, it's out.
It will be everywhere.
It will be everywhere.
All right. So the playing we are playing over here, we have the exclusive. You understand me?
You have the exclusive. It's not yet out.
Me say, I know the year now the same.
Easy.
Hey, mess not with Lagazee. What do you mean that?
You don't see it, man.
Radio.
You don't see it, man.
Easy.
Them to know.
All right, Mr. C. So, are we to see you releasing an album or EP pretty soon?
Yeah, I'm releasing an album pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna release like 2 more singles, and after that, I'm releasing an album.
Okay.
And this album is called Story of My Life Reloaded.
Story of My Life Reloaded. All right.
Yeah.
Is it going to be this year?
It's going to be the later part of this year. Yes, into next year.
Okay. So we're looking at December that way.
Yeah. You're the best seller.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I can give you a list of what is on the album.
Okay.
There's a song on the album called Akukomaya Sorry.
Akukomaya Sorry. Hey.
Yes.
Hey. Chicken chosa.
Yes.
Akukomaya Sorry.
I can give you a gist of that song. You see,
right. Mm-hmm.
It's like Akukomaya Sorry. Manye magini se mi proud. Manye magini se me do bury moon and swene. And I ye brunya. Akoko bad time on him, dear Nibabidi. Mama would tear free me and a chassa me chirimudi. Me who be that obeying and Kabuani pussy. Me soon get a boget, don't cry. Baby little girl, don't cry. I first time, eating now why you shy. Watching a Hobeka say, I believe I can fly. Yakoko Maya, sorry. That's up. That's up.
Oh, God. Selector Murphy says, Ruli Lagazee. Aita Bingi says, salute family. Ekuya Kunedu say, a son of the African soil. All right. Easy. We give thanks. Mr. C, internet. Yeah, Jawo Krano, if someone wants to link you up for production work, for featuring, for anything, how would a person get to you since you are not in Ghana right now?
They will need to email Kemet Records, info.kemetrecords@gmail.com. They will need to send an email to that and specify exactly what they want. And then they'll get a reply. And yeah, whatever it is they will need, we will communicate from there. That's how it's going to have to be. They will have to email this email called info.kemetrecords@gmail.com. Okay. Yeah, that's the only way they can reach me because I'm working with Kemet Records. And if they want to reach me, then they're going to have to email that.
Okay.
And yeah, the administrators let me know I have an email that is addressed to me.
Okay.
And you need to address it to Mr. C. Whoever emails this email need to address it to Mr. C. So it doesn't go to another department.
Okay. All right. And also on social media, if people want to reach you as an artist, what name? Because I've been seeing...
Well, on Facebook, you can find Kojo Kemet on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find Mr. C on Instagram. You can find Mr. C on TikTok. You can find Mr. C on X. You can find Mr. C all over the place. So, yeah. On Instagram, it's not really complicated. You can find me. You can send me a message. Yeah, I'm somebody who will always reply you. But mind you, I need only serious people because remember the name is Mr. Serious. So when you're coming, you need to be very serious. Lagazee.
I like that, Mr. Serious. Only serious inquiries alone.
Only serious inquiries. No joker business at all.
Yeah, but Mr. C. Leaving you finally, what word of advice do you have for the music industry in Ghana, which is full of vampires and bloodsuckers?
I didn't know it was about. I didn't know it was about vampires and bloodsuckers. But I would say this. I would say whatever it is you're doing, be positive about it, and don't focus on the next person because we as human beings, we all have our God-given abilities. There's something God has put inside me or Duman Kuman have put inside me that another person don't have. So that's why together as a collective force, we become an Omani as one people. So Kwame wanted the na Kujo wanted the and a Kwaku wanted the na Ya wanted the na Fia wanted the na Isi Susu wanted the Nti ye nyina ya wo ya de no so bia de ne de ya adwuma ye nyina ya de bomwa nkam de kasa nkabom ne hia no se nyina etimi ehwe ye de so yi ye me de so gina ye me de gina ne ya de kabomwa enna ma o man egina na se nyina ya hwe we na ye pese ye tin we ne ye pese ye ka we ne ye pese ye twi we hwe forma eno na ma o man po. That's what brings us down. So we need to help each other. We need to be happy for each other's success. We need to always focus on the positive. We need to send good energy. You understand? We need to be who we are. We need to be powerful. We need to have love because you know so don't ni mo untimi do nia. Also do ho ansa. Asa na wetimi adobi. Esa so do na free mo ba no na betimi aye den. And na betimi mo wetimi adobi. Without love from within, you cannot love without. So it is the love that is within that comes without. So what I'll say is I'll play you one last song really quick and I'll go. Okay. But this one, I'll play it because I am a fee and I'm a band. Penny for oh fee, penny for tea, to make us all be at it. It's way no, but the battle from say a fee idea, I'm will be at it. Wait, I Ghana for. Yeah, me too, you mean. You didn't the Koyo who swap them bomb and son. Yeah, and me say, Rabbi Mistacii. Me a groya, and any of Rabbi chicken chosa. Yes, I don't know any. A young way. I tune the ding will be the watch. Open the watch, open the watch, open the watch, open the watch, open the watch. One now, what's saying now for nothing, for nothing. Open the watch, one now, grandma, what's saying now for nothing. Da da dee, for nothing. For nothing. So when you move on your ear, they could have won some. What do you baby? I could have a brand what you really want to buy one out, put a man, what say now for nothing. Oh, for nothing. Obini watch. Now we would have done what? On one why now say no for nothing. Sonia, yeah, media mamma so much as I Ghana for.
All right.
Respect. Yeah? Mistacii.
All right, yes. Mistacii. Thank you so much for your time and space.
Thank you very much to me, DJ Lagazee. Thank you very much, Asaase Radio, for this opportunity.
All right.
Thank you very much. More love to you. Greetings from Sweden. More love to the world. Respect. Raising the name of Ghana high. Yes. That's
right. Blessed.